Hello, I'm doing this short video to try to raise awareness on the fake coils that are for sale out there. I got some last year on Amazon. Amazon's not selling them anymore. I think their policy is against anything like that. Anyway, most recently I bought some coils, some Aspire Clapton coils for my Triton 2 tank on eBay, and from a vendor up in Seattle who will remain unnamed. Uh, I got the coils, and I didn't really look close at them. I just, opened it up, popped one in. But I noticed almost immediately that I wasn't getting the cloud production, the smoke. I wasn't getting nice full hits. It seemed kind of dry right off the bat, and I hadn't changed anything. Same oil I use all the time. I use where is it at here? Been using this for almost 2 years. The Vape Wild Blackberry. It's the Max VG. Nothing had changed except the coil. All of a sudden I'm getting dry hits, and within a day or two it was already starting to get that singed, burnt taste to it. It's, normally means it's time to change the coil. Well, I normally can go through a week minimum, on average maybe 2 weeks, before I need to change a coil. And this just wasn't normal, so I started to look closer at what was going on, and I'm pretty sure, in fact I'm certain, because I punched in the numbers on the cart, and I got some counterfeit, some fake coils. And looking back now, the ones that I got last year off Amazon were fake too. And I've got some coils that I ordered directly from Aspire, and still kept some coils that I got originally with my tank. And because I occasionally I'll rebuild the coils, and so I keep the housing, and look back, and there are some pretty stark differences when you look close. We'll examine here. Start with, look at the wick holes here. This on the left is the authentic unit. One on the right is the counterfeit fake unit. Look at the size difference here on the holes is noticeable. These are quite a bit smaller on the right, and of course, especially when you're using a thicker high VG oil, you need all that area you can for that thick stuff to wick into the cotton. And that reduction in the hole size times 4 holes, that's a considerable reduction in the amount of area that's got to soak in there. So that was the first thing right off the bat. I noticed the difference. And then you can see here the knurling. That's different. Then you go to the O-ring seal here. You can see this is kind of more of a yellow orange, and it's a solid color. The fake one has got more of a reddish orange, orangey orange color, and it's more of a translucent, kind of a gel like color. And then it's not so easy to tell here, but even this bottom seal is a slightly different color. It's the same. It's more of a red orange than a more of a yellow orange like the original here. And can't really see it here, but even the intake holes on the bottom here, the machining is much cleaner on the original. On the fake one, there's little burrs, and it's kind of rough here on the machining. And I might mention here on the wick holes here, On the original, it's a nice clean punch through there. This one here is real rough, and it's got burrs around the edge here. And let's see, even the printing here is slightly different. If you look, let's see, get it in there. You can see it's smaller and a thinner print on the Counterfeit one. So we'll get it in there as close as I can so you can see. Oh, the other thing, the resistance. These are supposed to be 0.50, and the traditional, the authentic Aspire are normally right on the button, 0.50. I've got a ohm wrecker mod box here that measures the ohm rating, and the Aspire is normally right on. Maybe it varies a tenth, you know, 0.51, 0.49, but it's normally right on the button. These fake ones here, I've had them off 0.55, 0.56, and you know, that's quite a variation. You know, 0.45, they're just all over the place. So, you know, even the rating on them is not true. So on the exterior, those are the things to look for on yours to determine whether or not they're fake. And like I said, I occasionally rebuild these things, you know, take them apart and put new cotton in. So interior wise, there's a difference on these too. And for instance, over here on the right, this is a disassembled fake coil. This is a disassembled authentic coil over here. You can see the authentic has got nice thick cotton. Here's the piece that I removed. Of course, this is a used. You can see where it's scorched here a little bit. This is after, you know, two weeks of use. So that's to be expected. Now you come here to the Counterfeit unit. Much less cotton used in this product. This really didn't even wrap all the way around the coil. There was part of the coil exposed. And not only did this scorch, but it actually burnt. I was actually smoking cotton, and I don't let my tank go dry. So this thing must have really had a hot spot going there in the coil. And the other thing I noticed is, I don't know how to determine, but this material almost looks synthetic to me looking at it. It's shiny, and just the way it's made up, it doesn't look like the same material as you know, this cotton that came out of the authentic coil. Aspire claims to use organic Japanese cotton, and if that's what this is, this certainly doesn't appear to be the same. You know, for all I know, it's some kind of a synthetic blend. You know, it might be rayon or polyester or something like that. That isn't that wonderful to think that you're vaping polyester. Anyway, yeah, it burned right through the material, and there's much less of it, so that would explain the dry hits and the short life span. Other than that, they appear, the coils appear to be, well, now that I mention it, there's less Here's the counterfeit coil. Here's the authentic coil, and there is a difference. Quite a bit more coil material here. Just so you can see. Let's get that up there so you can see. Both of these are used, and you can see this thing here got damn hot. And while I'm at it here, another difference: the packaging. This is the fake unit here, and normally you can just work these back and forth and give it a little tear here, and these come right apart. You can peel it open. These fake ones here, they're not perforated through all the way, and this foil wrapping is put on here so strong that it's difficult to even get in. Like I say, the authentic ones, you normally just peel it right off, and it opens up real easy, and they're perforated nice, so you can peel one off from the 5-pack, and it comes off nice. Whenever I was trying to take these apart, I was basically ripped 2 of them open trying to get them apart. So even the packaging is inferior on the counterfeit units. So I think I've covered it all there. I'm not any kind of a vigilante or anything. I just was really disappointed that someone would sell me, maybe they don't know, I don't know, maybe the vendor doesn't even know that they had counterfeit coils, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but for me it was a complete waste of money. I thought I was saving a couple bucks, but in the long run it was just wasted money, because I won't even use these things anymore. They're garbage, and I don't have any faith about what this material is in here. Lord only knows what that medium is there that they've stuffed into it. So looks like from here on out I'm either going to order directly from Aspire, or like I've been doing lately, I've been rebuilding these. They're really quite easy. You just take a little cotton, and if you take these apart carefully, you take a little cotton, I wet it down a little bit so it's controllable, wrap it around the coil, and you reinsert it from the top. You reinsert the coil with the cotton back down from the top, and make sure one leg is inside and one leg's outside of this little unit here. Punch that guy back in, just like this. Oh, come on. There we go, like that. So you just make sure, make sure the leg that comes from the top of the coil is on the outside here against the wall. And then the other leg that comes from the bottom of the coil is on the inside here. And then you just shove this guy back up in there like that. And that's all there is to rebuilding these things. Oh, and stick your little screen back up on the top there. But there's really nothing to them. So I'm just going to use the materials that I know are good and rebuild them for now, or order off from Aspire, because these things are garbage. Be on the lookout. Anyway, that's it. Happy vaping and all that, and hope you have better luck than I did. Have a good one. Adios. Bye-bye.